General Xi Jinping, global affairs expert, who's also and strategic defense expert, who joins us on NewsX World. Major Dwivedi, an Indian perspective is extremely critical as far as the SCO Summit is concerned. I have to begin by asking you, it's a very interesting time in the world when this summit is taking place. There is an attempt, Major General Dwivedi, by China to now push the SCO forward as a possible rival or a global competitor to, say, organizations like NATO as well as G7. However, the member states within the SCO have had conflicts. We have, for example, the recent conflict between India and Pakistan, but both heads of state are at SCO this year. There's also been skirmishes between India and China in the past, but both heads of state are there at the summit this year. But I want to understand from your perspective, if China wants to bring about a competitive global body against the United States of America, what is it that it must do to build confidence and trust with India?
Well, I think that's a very interesting question that you have posed. This summit is actually taking place in crucial time. I don't think a very interesting time, but these are critical time, crucial time. And this SCO summit is taking place during the time when there's a tremendous turbulence across the globe, and there are a number of factors to it. Firstly, let's take what exactly is the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. You know, this organization is largely driven by China, supported by Russia, as an alternate to the global groupings, that is the Western grouping, be it NATO or the European Union or other organizations which are primarily American-driven and, of course, European-supported. Now, this has been the attempt by China to have alternate organizations so as to neutralize the Western alliances or Western partnership. So, Shanghai Cooperation Organization is one such forum or one such grouping. And of course, there's BRICS as well. The point is, I don't think India and China are on the same page. While China has aspiration to have alternate grouping, but I don't think India is so committed because let's face the fact, we are outliers. We are not actually on the main table of the organization. And you rightly brought out that within the grouping, the countries have serious issues. Well, one is the India-China border issue, and of course, in 2020, one can't understand as to why Xi Jinping's PLA walked into Eastern Ladakh when there have been series of agreements, and also there was understanding between Prime Minister Modi and President Xi Jinping on the strategic guidance. One big question mark. Secondly, why China went whole hog to support Pakistan in Operation Sindoor? So therefore, what actually figures out is that this organization is largely driven by China to pursue its own interests, that is to have alternate alliances with the West. But I don't think India has that intent. Well, India is there because we have our own interests. Firstly, if you are in such an organization, you are able to reach out to Central Asian republics. You also have forum to engage in bilateral talks, like that is what going to happen between Prime Minister Modi and President Putin and also President Xi Jinping. So my point in summarizing is that while Chinese or Russians would be looking to have alternate alliances, but I think India doesn't have that kind of approach. Here we are using this opportunity to tidy up or to bring down tension between India and China, and also develop our engagement with other members of this grouping. But I don't think India is looking forward to use this forum to actually neutralize the Western Forum, because please remember, we are also part of the Quad, and Quad members are America, India, Japan, and Australia. We are also member of I2U2. I2U2 is India, Israel, USA, and UAE. So therefore, we have our own grouping. All I can say is we are trying to balance it out, but I don't think we are on board to have this SEO as an alternate to the Western alliances or NATO. Over to you.
Absolutely. Major General Xi Jinping, thank you so much for that comprehensive analysis of India's position and what it might be. Meanwhile, NewsX is currently on the ground with Senior Executive Editor Megha Sharma in Tianjin, China, where she's interacted with the Indian diaspora. Listen in to what they've had to say.
Hi, we are at the SCO Summit venue, and joining me on the show right now are two members of the Indian diaspora. They are also over here. They are also eagerly anticipating Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit, who is going to be arriving here in Tianjin in just a short while from now. Let's quickly go to them. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Bhargav Joshi. I'm here in China for like 12 years, and right now I'm working in Shenzhen since last 5 years. And basically I belong to Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
And what about you, sir?
I am Vipul Jain from Pune, mostly working in China for almost 8 to 10 years. But you know, mostly our dream is coming true, that we will going to meet Mr. Modi.
And how has your entire experience been like? You've been here for such a long time. How has it been living in China?
Yeah, the living in China is good, more better if you are good in the local language, as a mostly, you know, everything is easy and very simpler. If you can speak Chinese, everything is good and more better.
What about you? How long have you been living in China? In which part of China do you live in?
Well, I'm living here for like last 12 years. I've been in Shanghai for 5 years, and right now I'm in Shenzhen since last 5 years. I'm working in a cybersecurity and tech company as a digital marketing person.
Right, absolutely. Now, you know, the Prime Minister is visiting China after 7 long years. What is the anticipation amongst the Indian community over here?
We are very passionate and we are very excited to greet and meet Mr. Narendra Modi. We are seeing this as a kind of synergy between China and India, and we are super excited to welcome him.
What about you? I mean, is there a vibrant Indian community living here in Tianjin and different other parts of China?
Yeah, exactly, we are not familiar from Tianjin, but almost, you know, we have come from South China, 2,000 kilometers, for specially to meet Modi.
Okay, wonderful. Also, I have with me another gentleman. Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Lalit Sharma. I'm originally from Punjab, Mohali, and currently living in China since 1996.
Wow, that is a really long time that you've been living in China. Are you now well versed with Mandarin?
Yes, I can go around in China without any problems and visited a lot of parts of China.
Right, and how does it feel that the Prime Minister is visiting China after 7 years, and finally there is a thaw in relations between India and China?
Yes, we are very excited because we have seen the good part of the relationship between India and China since 2014 to 18, and we hope those good times come back. There must be some lessons learned, but we want to see more positivity going forward, not only in business terms, but also in people-to-people relationships.
Right, absolutely. I do want to understand from you here, because of the tariff wars that have been waged by the US administration under Donald Trump, there is a message that is going on that there needs to be more trade relationship built between India and China. How is this going to impact businesses on both sides of the countries?
Well, to be honest, I think they both can give you a better answer, because I'm into more like a tech and AI and those kind of
It's also very interesting because that's also, you know, we talk about technology, we talk about AI, we talk about, and all this transfer of technology is something that India desires from China so as to build its own resilient systems. How do you think China can help India in setting up its investment and production dreams?
Yeah, see, that's the very good questions what you said. And like I was talking to you that in Shenzhen, right, so we can see the drone like flying in the sky. They are having a delivery actually. So like what we have Swiggy and Zomato, so we can see those kind of people over there in India. Similarly in Shenzhen, you will see the drone flying in the sky and then they're taking the coffee over there. So that kind of world we are living in Shenzhen, and we have seen the technological development. We have seen the robots which are working on the street, right? So I would say that kind of a technological collaboration is definitely needed, and that's something which India can learn from China. We can have some kind of technology tie-ups, and yeah, together we can create a better world.
Yes. Also, understanding from you, what business are you involved in?
I am involved into electronic, manufacturing, furniture and lights.
Okay, and how do you think if India opens up its markets to China again, how is this that is going to be advantageous to you and advantageous to India-China trade relationship?
Because you know, China is also have many skilled labor and India have low cost. So when both combine together, it will become more and more better. And hope Modi ji is coming, so the relation will be more better, and we can do it more good.
Meanwhile, my colleague Megha Sharma has also spoken with the CGTN anchor Su Yuting. Listen in.
Hi, I am in Tianjin in China at the SCO Summit. Joining me right now is Su Yuting. She is the CGTN anchor and she's come all the way from Beijing to be part of the SCO Summit. Thank you, Su, for joining me.
Thank you very much for inviting me to your very special show. Thank you very much, Megha.
So I do want to understand from you, of course it is the 2025 SCO Summit. What I am focusing on over here is, of course, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to China. He will be arriving later today in Tianjin. How do you see India-China relations growing in the future?
Well, you know that this is a very good question, because you know that this year marks the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and India. And we know that China and India are two very ancient civilizations with the long history of the friendly relations over the past 75 years. So it is very significant here today. And you know that you've mentioned Prime Minister from India, Narendra Modi, will visit here in Tianjin and also to attend the SCO Summit here in Tianjin. And that is a very good opportunity to boost the bilateral relationship. And you mentioned that this is a very significant event, and we believe that this will be a good opportunity for the both sides to come together to forge ahead the bilateral relationship. And we know that a couple of weeks ago, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi has visited New Delhi and held talks with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They met together, and that is a very fruitful meeting between the two sides, because they said China and India are not rivals, they are partners. That is a very significant signal sent by both sides. And they just said that the two sides will just implement the consensus reached by the two heads of state, the two leaders in the Kazan meeting last October. So we believe that within the SCO framework, SCO will provide a very important platform for both sides, not only India and China, but also the whole SCO big family together. You know that over the past 24 years since the establishment of the SCO in 2001, this organization has grown bigger with several rounds of expansion. The SCO now consists of 10 member states, 2 observer states, and 14 dialogue partners. So that is a big family. So not only we are talking about the bilateral relationship, but also the multilateral relationship. The leaders gathering together, they will talk about many issues, including the international issues and the regional issues together, covering a wide range of areas, including economy, energy, cultural, and people-to-people exchanges. So we are hopeful that lots of media, including you from NewsX from India and me from CGTN, will collaborate together to make this coverage more significant and very successful. And we're looking forward to the fruitful outcomes coming out from this upcoming summit.
And that's all we have time for, but we will continue to bring you more updates from the SCO Summit on the other side. Stay tuned.